Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Umbras, and today we are back in Gran Turismo 3. Hope everyone is doing well today. Hope everyone is doing well. We got a lot ahead of us, but that is alright. This will be fine. We got some production car racing to do in our Ruf or a GT based off of the 996 Porsche 911 GT3. Welcome for Shelby GT. Hope you're doing well. Ah, yes. This box is 6, naturally aspirated, 3.6 liter Metzger engine with individual throttle bodies and a custom exhaust. We are ready to rip. We're going to be getting as many races done as we can today. I don't know if we'll be able to complete the full championship, but we will definitely be getting close. Welcome, Adachi. Hope you're well. I mean, my friend keeps being a doom. Oh gosh. Nah, no dooming. No dooming. As long as you are still here, you can try to make the play this wood a little bit better. If you doom, if you give up, then it's for sure over. But if you keep fighting, as long as you are still breathing, until trumpet sound and judgment day comes, or until the breath leaves your body for the final time, you are still on this planet, like it or not. Do not doom. Stop drawing and finish it. Nice. Looking forward to seeing the full completed version. The Saab. Yeah, someone had the same attitude. He was talking about some money. Yeah. It's don't get me wrong, it's easy to think, you know, it's the end of the world, this is it and everything. But you look at like history and historical attitudes, and you know, it's there's always been the prevailing mentality that this is it, this is the end of the world, the Black Death, you know, the invasion of Spain during up until like the 700s, you know. All of that stuff. It was always, you know, the little bit of the doom and gloom, but you still gotta fight. You can always come back. As soon as you give up, then you truly are lost. But until then, gotta keep fighting. Yeah, some people just don't want to hear it, so it is what it is. Anyway, hope you're doing well, Adachi. Welcome to the stream. Right now we have a beautiful, totally not a Porsche. Gosh, it is always beautiful. I absolutely love the 996. It's my favorite generation of the Porsche 911. And it looks good in the RGT as well. They did a bit of research. Apparently, there even was some convertible versions made, but they were like super rare. Gotcha. Oh gosh. Now, thankfully, I don't do the gotcha games. I try to minimize that type of like taking no risks and, for lack of better words, gambling in my life if I can help it. And hopefully you get the good pools, the triple star, the S rank pools, all of that stuff. I'm not sure what gotcha you've been playing recently, but you know, only the best tiers, only the best characters. I can't play gotcha for real, no. I mean, maybe, you never know. I'm playing a hat furry. Do I want to know? On one hand, I'm curious. On the other hand, I'm terrified. JB would love it. characters were well designed. I'm sure a decent amount of people probably would. Using gacha. Yeah, it seems that way. Hopefully he's able to rise above and at least get to gacha purgatory. It sounds bad, but it's like cats. Meow adventure. Meow adventure. You know your boy is already gonna look this up. Not Meow Adventure time. Meow Adventure. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Actually, it looks pretty tame-ish. That's charming. It's cute. The gacha aspect ain't for me though. Oh, so holy moly! I just realized probably not this race, but the very next one we are going to have Oreo is gonna be going bad sometime soon. Yeah, it just sounds bad, but it's not how they got you. Yeah, like it seems tame-ish. Actually, doesn't seem too bad. Alright, one more lap and then we're gonna be pitting. Oh, gotta love the roof. Gotta be raising the roof. Isaac, why are you like that? Why am I like that? Because pain. Because pain. You already know, chat. You already know, chat. You already know it is pain. That's alright. You love me anyway. You love the cringe puns. You love the dorky automotive facts. You must carry on my legacy. Yeah, no, like it doesn't actually look that bad. It looked kind of cute and charming. Like I was expecting it to be like a lot worse. As soon as you say cat and said furries, and I'm like, oh no. Nah, it's cute and charming. Then again, if I probably were to get like a gacha game, it would probably be Uma Musume, just because. I don't know, it's kind of a cute horse girl racing game that uses like the history of like the actual race horses to kind of dramatize and turn them into anime girls. It's something I wasn't expecting, but honestly, it's charming. It is probably like extra charming as well. That and also Haru Urara is just, she's so cute and tiny. Just the absolutely adorable girl furrier horse. We love her. May she rest well and get all of the wheatgrass. All right, so first stint done. We got 3 more. I can't believe Char is in a race in game. Yes, in Tokyo Extreme Racer. It gets even better. Because in Tokyo Extreme Racer 2025, his character silhouette is dressed like Char as well. And literally one of his lines is, "I came here to mock you." And all of his cars are based off like different Mobusu Gundam mechs. Nobusu Gundam, I think it is. One of those. Which is really cool. Like they're basically like, all right, how do we make him? How do we turn this mech into a? And it's a different mech each time as well, which I've been doing some research on. It's actually really cool. Like I wasn't expecting that. But honestly, that is genuinely impressive from the Tokyo Extreme Racer people. That's one thing I really like about the Tokyo Extreme Racer games, is I like kind of going through those games, and like now especially, because I can kind of, some of the ones I've been playing kind of more on my own time and everything, like some of the bios and all that stuff, I'm kind of doing a little bit of research on like the cultural history and like certain like obscure parts where it's like, okay, I'm not getting this as an American, so I kind of look it up on like how it relates to Japan. I'm like, ah, that's pretty cool. Like in Tokyo Extreme Racer 2025, one of the guys you end up racing against, you can race against, owns a, oh, what's it called? It's the little tiny like salted like fish or like seaweed. It's been like heavily like cooked, and it's basically like Japanese style like jerky in a way. In that it started originally from kind of like, you know, a need for food preservation, but then it's basically now it's kind of like a delicacy, and it's like, you know, super umami flavored and everything. Oh, what is it called? It begins with a T. Somebody needs to help me out on that. But he gives you like a little box of that as like a souvenir and everything. So I looked at, so last night I was playing it and I was looking it up, like what it actually was, and it's so cool. I want to try it now. Hello, welcome Blood Wolf. Hope you're well. Hope you're feeling well. Welcome to the stream. We are driving up the Porca, the 996 Porca, the Ruf RGT with the heavily modified Metzger engine, individual throttle bodies. Oh no, you can't sleep. Your body is stuck in the rhythm of, well, I was doing night shift the previous week, so now I'm stuck in night shift mode. That is absolutely rough, man. That is a ball buster right there. Hopefully you're able to sleep soon. Hopefully you're able to sleep soon. That is an absolute ball buster. Holy moly, that is rough. I got cut on my, ooh, jeez. Hopefully not too deep of a cut. That is a rough place to get a cut, man. It keeps me up every time I move the clothes. See if you can't. Yeah, do you already have it kind of like wrapped up and everything? See if you can get like a topical analgesic on it or something like that, or if not that, maybe like just, you know, kind of like obviously put a towel around first, and then like a little bit of like a well sealed like pool pack or something, and then tape that around like the towel that's wrapped around your ankle to kind of, you know, numb the pain a little bit. That might help. Ooh, hope it's not a deep cut, man. Make sure you clean it out as well. Keep the wound clean. Make sure you keep the wound clean. Holy moly. Jeez. Seriously though, make sure y'all are taking care of yourselves. You know, and any injuries, make sure you treat them appropriately and everything. Make sure you get that all sorted. You don't want to let an injury linger if you can help it. Jeez. Quantum added some pockets at Silva Center surprise. I'll use surprise. I still need to get the Merc set up. I was dead tired yesterday. I couldn't be bothered to get out of the sim rig, but tonight I need to practice. Tonight I desperately need to practice because I need to get the car set up sooner for my teammates, so that way he can practice too. Alright, times are starting to slow down a little bit. This lap we're going to be pitting. Our tires are dying. He did 211, I did a 215, being wet. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to see what times I can do in the GT4. I'm pretty much going to be immediately full rearward bias. All that fun stuff. And it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know how to. I'm not particularly good at setting up the GT when the wet. Yeah. Hopefully we get more signups for that series as well. That would be super nice. But we will see, we will see. I know I'm probably gonna have to miss the Circuit of the Americas rounds. So there is that. But I can definitely do all three, the other three. So that'll be good. But I do hope we get more drivers and everything all signed up, especially in GT4 and GT2. We got the 12 hours on all quotas. Oh gosh, you guys are doing both. Hopefully not doing both. But yeah, I'm gonna be out of town that weekend of the Dakota race. Basically Friday, Saturday, and I'll be coming back Sunday. So we will see. We will see. We got 2 more stints and then we are complete. This may actually end up being a 30-minute race. Yeah, I think so. I'd rather do 12 hours of Bathurst than 24 hours of drive-through simulator. See, I actually quite like Coda. I'm a little bit disappointed that I'm gonna be missing that. So I'm usually a big Coda, Coda supporter. And it's a bit of a shame that if I miss it. Alrighty, come on. Full speed ahead. Oh my gosh, this thing is a beautiful machine. I'm gonna pass him in the pits. Get out of there. We're gonna break basically right at the end of the pit wall, heading into what is usually the final turn, but it becomes turn 1 on the reverse version. One thing that's kind of cool is that the Polyphony Digital Cup is the reverse of pretty much every track in the game, or most of the tracks in the game. It does add a fairly unique challenge to it, and that is for certain. Come on, come on. Big speed. We got this. We got this. do, yeah, for real. We do hope you get better, man. Especially with the injury like that. Ooh, new fastest lap. I'll take that. Sub 130. Yeah, this is definitely shaping up to be like a 33-minute race. Oh gosh, and we still got Grand Valley to social stage Route 11. Seattle's gonna be fairly long as well. What round is this? This is round 4, I believe. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the races get longer the further we get in. That is all right. We will still keep pushing. We will still keep fighting. Ooh, okay. Through the S's. I do absolutely love the atmosphere of Gran Turismo 3 though. Like all the cars and everything. It is absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. And there's a reason why, even despite some of my criticisms of it, it is one of my favorite racing games. Because it's just, it feels like the most kind of like raw, distilled form of Gran Turismo out there. Like pretty much every car in this game has a purpose. And it is just lovely. Absolutely lovely. Alright, there's the Mustang SVT Cobra R. And what do we got ahead of that? Oh, the Skyline, the R33. Alright, 2 laps till we pit the final time this race. It is cool, these races are kind of like little mini enduros. And then for the Formula Gran Turismo, they do basically become actual like enduros. Our races are anywhere from like 30 minutes to like an hour. But we're gonna be going like full steam ahead with Gran Turismo when we do that one. Because we'll be getting close to the end of December for the Formula Gran Turismo. And it is gonna be great. Absolutely great. Alright, one more lap to the final pit stop. It is weird how despite it being a rear engine vehicle, we are actually munching on those fronts a little bit more than at the rear. That is alright. I'll take it. I'll still take it. Yeah, 31s. I was kind of expecting that. I was definitely expecting that. A little bit on the fronts. Come on, smooth through here. A little bit of unnecessary, just the tiniest bit of wall taps there. That is alright. We're keeping the vehicle alive. A little bit of understeer. I can take that. Alright, final section of turns. Then to the final pit stop of this race. Yeah, these races are gonna gradually get just a little bit longer each time. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun though. You didn't see that? But Suzuki and Watkins, I got nice just coming out of. Yeah, boy. And Watkins is the 4 hour as well. You can do it. You can do it. It's gonna be fun. I actually want to look up. Hang on a sec. How many people are signed up for that race. Alright, 4 GT4s, only 2 GT2s? So many GT3s, so that's annoying. I was hoping more would sign up for the other series. I was hoping more would sign up for the other series. But that's alright. That's alright. We at least got a decent amount of the GT4s so we can get a good fight going on. Gosh. Alright, I got the base ready for Suzuki and some more weapons. Yeah, I mean, you don't really know the weather either. Or the BOP. So that does affect things too. Like, I think the Merc is gonna get like -6 at Silverstone. Did I miss something? Not really. Didn't really miss too much. Got the final pit stop of this race done. And now we are finishing the final 5 laps of round 4 of 10. The GT2, yeah, GT is gonna get -6 kilograms, I think. Apple chocolate sandwich sounds, ooh. Yeah, do like apple and like Nutella or something. That sounds pretty good. Or like peanut butter and apple sandwich could be pretty scrumptious actually. Ah, okay. Yeah. I did also kind of crash on my pit entry, so you can ignore that. You can ignore that too. Ooh, yes please. I make when I get the foot. Yeah. Sounds pretty good. Scary thing is with the right lines, the entry can do the weapons that's as fast. Yeah. Assuming, you know, ideal conditions and everything. I'd probably still lift just the tiniest bit because it is an enduro. And I do want to conserve the car. But I can make up the speed elsewhere. But we'll see. Honestly, I want to see. So I know we've done GTM quite a bit, which is GT2, GT4 multi-class. I'd love to do like a single like GT2 series. Maybe just like alternate between GT2 and GT4 as like a, you know, AECC non-GT3 series. Maybe like during like the off season or something. That would be pretty cool, I think. Because I think both of those vehicles, that people kind of sleep on them, but like genuinely, like they do a great job of like teaching a lot of car control that gets lost into the GT3s. Yeah, the GT2s definitely deserve love. It's a shame I never really got too much of a chance to try them either. Just because oftentimes I don't know, I like GT2s, but I love the GT4s even more. And it's one of those things where I don't really get to drive either as much as I really want to. So it's always just a little bit unfortunate. Gosh, just speed to the S's. So they're pretty fast. Yeah. I don't know, I like to see. Maybe we can talk to Julian about like a GT2 only series or whatever. I can maybe post that in suggestions for like the next off-season series. So I know sometimes what happens is when we have too many classes, it ends up splitting the field and everything. When we have like a single dedicated like class, and we all run that, you get enough initial sign-ups. And then you get more people kind of like jumping on and everything. And I think that would be a pretty cool series to do. And I'm kind of worried with like the big switch of like iRacing and everything, and people constantly kind of looking at like the different series they want to do and all that. It's always one of those things where I'm a little bit concerned about, because change in general always is a turbulent time. It's a chaotic time, and a lot can go wrong. I think people are scared of the GP class. I mean, probably a little bit. You get a lot more power and a lot less downforce. But you gotta brake so much earlier. But for the most part, it's not bad. I could try the Marcus. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried. I've seen some people saying that they did not really like project motor racing. So we will see. Hopefully they did a good job. Or hopefully it's just like a minor like handling issue that can be fixed with either like setup tweaks or something, right? I don't know. I'm always nervous on that stuff. Come on, through the S's. Yeah, the front tires are struggling a wee bit. That's all right. We're almost through. I can drive the car. I'm already happy. Yeah. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna like the multiplayer stuff or whatever, but we'll see. I mean, this is gonna be a single player career mode as well, which is pretty cool. So we got that going for us. And it does have some really good ideas as well. So hopefully other sims at least take a look at that and, you know, adapt that to their own. Like having multiple ratings based on like not just like car class like iRacing, where it's like sports car formula, but even then like dividing it by like the subclass is also a great idea. Because like with sports cars, I'm quite quick in the slowest stuff, but like prototypes, I am genuinely pretty terrible in prototypes. Alright, next one, Seattle. Alright, we gotta keep this on software mode here as well. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know, the big thing I worry about Trucker to You right now is like splitting into too many different sims. You end up fracturing the player base. Like I don't envy Julian's position at all. Like that is something that always concerns me, because on one hand you gotta, you know, adapt or die. You gotta always make sure you're evolving and everything, otherwise we'll get more bored and move on. And with ACC not receiving more content, I totally get that. But on the flip side, it is. I am also worried about the adaptation of other sims. Yeah, kind of. Definitely feels just a little bit more like diluted and stuff. I don't know, depending on how Race Room evolves, especially if Race Room allows custom liveries. The more I've been looking into that, the more I've genuinely been like liking Race Room. Sipping up the modders. Yeah, that could be an interesting one. Although then getting the BOP from modded tracks with like LFM would definitely be an interesting experience. But I'm sure LFM will have like verified tracks that like they'll do BOP on and everything. And then from there we can then, you know, pick those tracks. That might be the way to do it, actually, if they do allow for modded tracks. Because I doubt, like, any of the track staff, like Alex or Julian, are going to be willing to, you know, constantly create brand new BOP for every single vehicle, for every single race, for every single track. Because Jojo did that for the touring car series in Race Room, and that's like nearly broke him. Granted, he was also doing that, you know, to help out the Race Room staff as well, as kind of basically doing like a product tester type of thing. So yeah, it's so nice to see live for at least another 4 years. True. One can hope. Because there's still a lot of SRO tracks that like just never got added into ACC. Things like Barber Motorsports Park, Road America, VIR, you know, all the Sonoma in the States. I think the SRO license is done. Maybe. I don't know, it's a bit disappointing because like there was so much more they could add. Like you had the full, like, you know, GT Australia championship. You had so many more, you know, GT Asia tracks to add. You know, Sepang, Fuji, Cheng, all of that stuff. You had Australia with the Bends, Phillip Islands. You know, those tracks. You had some European tracks as well with Hockenheim and Magny-Cours. And I believe also Portimao? Don't quote me on that. And then you had at least 2 DLCs worth of American tracks easily. Jeddah? True. Yeah, you have like a couple of like Middle Eastern tracks as well. Yeah, so you got a lot. You got a lot of options. And it's just a bit of a shame that they kind of ignored it. Photo on steroid. Yeah, I'd be kind of terrified to drive one Jeddah. That's a track that would need a lot of practice on, just because of how technical and just how high speed, while also being technical, with just one corner leading into another. That would be genuinely just very difficult. But it'd be fun though. But you got a lot of options, you know. You have so many options to add in for like DLCs and everything. Obviously adding in more of like the GT3s and GT4s, things like, you know, the Supra, the Mustang, the Supra GT4, the Mustang GT4, the Aston Martin Evo GT4, right? Adding in the 296 Challenge, adding in the other TCX cars. Like you got a whole lot of options there. The Corvette GT3, you know. It would have been cool. It would have been really, really cool. Eventually adding in the Ginetta GT2 that they're making. That would have been a cool vehicle. Alex would have loved that. I know he loves the little Ginny in ACC. Asia had Mandalika, Sepang, Sugo, Fuji. Yeah. And in the past they had Chang as well, pretty recently, so you can get Chang in Thailand. And I believe somewhat recently they also had Yongyam in Korea. So like that would have been a solid selection of tracks right there. Just out of curiosity, is there like a GT Middle East series? You think there would be with how many tracks are pretty close together, and like the pro-am motorsport scene over there, right? Like that would honestly, and like the sheer amount of money that's over there too. Like that would genuinely probably be a very solid racing series. You could even have it run during like the winter time as well to get some of like the GT like European teams over there to compete with like some of like the Middle Eastern teams and everything as like winter testing, and also just to kind of have a more complete calendar. I don't know. This is like a GT series in China. Oh, that's cool. You could have done the Chinese one as well. Having tracks like Zhuhai, Shanghai, and that type of stuff. Oh yeah, 5 laps is like the absolute maximum. 5 laps is the absolute maximum. I wonder what the next track is after this one. Because we're starting to get into some of the longer tracks now. Special Stage Route 5 and also Seattle. We still have Deep Forest Raceway, Special Stage Route 11, Tokyo, Grand Valley. That's 4 there. What else? What are some of the other tracks in this game? Because this is what, number 5? So we have 5 more tracks after this. So Tokyo, Special Stage Route 11, Grand Valley, Deep Forest. Which one am I missing? Apricots! Oh my gosh. Those are the last 5 in a certain order. So Apricot's pretty quick actually. But we still got 3 absolute long tracks to go after this one. And 2 short tracks. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, you get a lot of different like tracks. Like GT America, you could even have a city street circuit DLC. If you do that just features like you know, St. Petersburg and Long Beach, as those 2 are former and current SRO GT series tracks that they've raced on. So that could genuinely be a pretty good one as well. Having those 2 tracks is like a city street circuit DLC to really add in a little bit of, you know, variety. Wait, quick question, can you look up the GT Australia series? Do they race on any of the street circuits in Australia for that? Like Adelaide or like Surfers Paradise or like Melbourne. Do they race on any like non-American street circuits abroad for the SRO? I'm trying to think. That would be pretty cool if they could do that. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame. I'm honestly half hoping iRacing works as well, because you know, people can kind of, you know, get clean with iRacing. You know, I may join some of the series that use that as well. So I'm eventually going to be doing that anyway because I promised Greg going to be teaming up with him for, you know, races there. So we will see. Ooh, that was way too close to the wall there. That was way too close to the wall there. My quick question. Is the 24-hour series run by the SRO? Is that an SRO affiliated series? 'Cause that's kind of almost a de facto, like, Middle Eastern GT series. And she was Phillip Island, Sydney Motorsports Park. I mean, that'd be a great version as well. Queensland, Sandown, Ben and Hamptons now. So no city street circuits in Australia that they race at. Damn, that would have been so cool. Could you imagine Surfer's Paradise with the GT cars? Or even like Adelaide is iconic, you know. Adelaide is truly iconic. The 24-hour series run by Creventic. Ah, so not SRO. Wait, that's the actual, like, company that, like, manages it. That's not, like, just, like, the title sponsor. Dang, okay. That's disappointing. Because then you could have gotten a decent amount of, like, the Middle Eastern tracks there, because that's where most of the 24-hour series run. What about Bruno? Has SRO raced there at all recently? So I know they were trying to get a whole bunch more like series and races there. Yeah, that's the company that runs it. The company is such. Okay, interesting. The company being Dutch, is surprised no 24-hour series. The 24-hour series doesn't go race at Zandvoort. Then, could you imagine an endurance race at Zandvoort? Holy moly, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty based. Not too bad. Not too bad for the S's there. Coming up to a second pit stop. Yeah, it's gonna be around a 35-ish minute race. Probably. Oh gosh. That's fine. We can handle it. We can handle it. It's the last of the production cars. I'm gonna savor getting to drive this little Ruf for as long as we can. We're gonna be racking up miles on the odometer. And tomorrow we're gonna be finishing this series and then getting started on the GT All-Stars race. Hopefully we get a vehicle that we can do that. Can't find anything. So nothing at Bruno. Dang, that'd have been cool to get Bruno in ACC. Oh gosh, spicy in there. All right, let's go. Let's go. Beautiful, beautiful machine. Alright, one more pit stop, 2 more stints for this race. As we got the beautiful Seattle skyline. This West Coast city. Beautiful weather here, despite the fact that it's normally quite wet and dreary. It's always sunny in Seattle here in Gran Turismo 3. It is a blast to race here though. An absolute blast to race here. Like I love it. It's just so much fun, you know? The jumps. That's unrealistic. Yeah, I know. Super duper unrealistic. That's alright. That is A-okay. Also, the new livery is done for the AMG GT. Nice. Based. Yeah, I got a special livery commission for Greg and I for the Mercedes GT4. It's in the Technoburst colors, but it combines basically our 2 number cards. Because I'm 722, and he is 222, so the 7 is the Maryland flag. And then the other two, the 2 twos are the Italian flag and the Czech flag. As he's dual nationality. So it is pretty cool. It is really, really cool actually. We're gonna be racing there. I gotta make sure I get the setup done tonight. That's gonna be tough. The armor, nice. That is always super cool. I always kind of love like the art cars, especially like the BMW art cars. Always looked really, really cool. New Logan based, absolutely based. Dang, that Nissan Z concept's been doing really, really well here as well. Like every single race, it's like it comes in second. Here we go. Here we go. Just gotta keep sending it. This thing is beautiful though. I wish I could change. I wish you could. Thankfully, Gran Turismo 4 fixed this, but I wish you can in Gran Turismo 3 you can change the oil between races in a championship, because holy moly, it gets bad very quickly. You begin to lose a lot of power. Stop doing ready. Nice. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I am definitely looking forward to seeing it. Whoa, boy. Whoa, Nelly. Alright, 2 more laps until the final pit stop. We're getting good times here. Very good times. That's a new fastest lap. Absolutely yeeting our car through the chicane. We're gonna be coming up on lap traffic as well, so this is gonna be fun. Come on, come on. Honestly, it's not like the MC20 G2 as well. The suspension is just... Yeah. Honestly, I still like the MC20, but it's basically like the vehicle I only would really drive on like grade 1 tracks. Like, I wouldn't drive it on like anything that's like, you know, bumpier. Like, I would basically only drive it on like the FIA grade 1 tracks, and that's it. Things like, you know, like Monza or like, you know, Silverstone and everything. Can I not be driven through by the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo? Like, bro just completely, you know, hunted through me. Alright, 1 more lap. Driving it at Sebring, oh gosh. That would Coda. Coda would be pretty bad too, actually. It's probably one of the few grade 1 tracks that probably wouldn't be a good car to drive on. Maybe Hungaroring too, because Hungaroring's pretty bumpy. And Imola, you gotta take a lot of curb. Like, Silverstone would be good. Barcelona it wouldn't be bad at. This has got the downforce and the maneuverability. Paul Ricciardo would probably be really solid at. Yeah, it does sound really nice. Where else? Well, Zandvoort will probably struggle quite a bit. Suzuka would genuinely be probably one of the better GT2s. I think. Probably. Alright, we're pitting this lap. Probably should have gone to the left instead of cutting over in front, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Final pit stop for this race. Alright, let's do it. I don't think we're going to be lapping too many races, although they still got to pit probably one more time for the most part. I know the Evos and the Skyline's going to be pitting for sure. Yeah, straight line speed. It loses out on a lot of time though in the twisties. Like 147s with it. That's not bad. That's actually pretty solid in a GT2. Alright, come on, full send, get the suck. Alright, we can outbreak the Evo. They're gonna try to outbreak us though. Didn't work. Come on, only 4 more laps. We can do this. Big push. Barcelona. When was Barcelona? I may have missed that round. I may have genuinely missed the Barcelona round. First season of GT. Yeah, I missed that round then. So I don't remember doing Barcelona. I think that was my drop round because I was away from home that weekend. Alrighty, only a couple more laps to go. Yeah, someone else. Probably. It wouldn't surprise me. Especially if you got up on 2 wheels while doing it as well. Because you do that quite frequently. And it genuinely scares me. Come on. Only a couple more to go. Only a couple more to go. I got time for probably two more races? Yeah, 2 more races. Maybe we'll see. Literally closed in on someone at the main straight. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, that wasn't me. I usually hold my line. Usually. Unless I know for certain they're not making that turn. Alright. 41, 42. Okay. Not bad so far, not bad. We got the consistency down. 2 more laps at Seattle. That's what the GT2. Yeah, fair. Like the speed differential on the straights between the GT4s and the GT2s is kind of scary. I'm kind of hoping more people would sign up for the Enduro. Especially in both the GT4 and GT2 class. So right now it's looking just a wee bit light. Yeah. I don't know, I'm hoping it's a good turnout. I'm hoping it's a good turnout. I know I'm unfortunate when I missed the one race at Coda, but I want to make sure I'm there for all the others. I'm gonna absolutely push. Alright, all the Evos are pitting. And we haven't made a whole lot of ground on that Nissan Z, but that's alright. Yeah. Oh, a little bit of a tap on the wall. Final lap, let's do this. I wasn't too far off as well, I estimate around like 35 minutes. It's gonna be just above that. Around like 35 and a half minutes. That's manageable, right? That's doable. And then we are basically halfway done the championship. We can at least get 1 or 2 more races done. Hopefully the next 2 are the shorter races. And we can finish off the final 3 tomorrow. That'd be pretty cool. There we go, give us the money. Give us the money, 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 money. Next session, what is it gonna be? Long race, short race, long race or short race? Hey, short race, okay. And an apricot hill as well. One of my personal favorite tracks. Get to the outside of the skyline, brake. Get the cup back, let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Alright, no issues there. It's got beautiful amounts of speed. No problems, no issues. Yeah, these laps are a lot quicker. The initial lap is quicker than our fastest lap at Seattle. I do gotta watch that front left tire though. That front left tire is gonna absolutely be just a little bit toasty because there's a lot of high speed right hand turns here where you're doing a bit of the trail braking. You're putting just a lot of energy into that front left tire. So that is going to get very worn out very quickly. But I'm still going to go for the 5-lap strategy because for the most part, the tires usually last around that amount of time on most tracks. I'm pushing meter as soon as I do a few cars I'm going to test. Yeah, I can imagine a lot of the Group 5 cars and probably some of like the GTO class cars as well. Yeah, okay, this is very quick. Very smooth through those corners. Tire wear is a major concern though. The GT1, Panos GT, the Viper, and GT, the Marcos, Group C, the Maz, the GT, the Maz. Fair, fair. Dorito is, yes. Everybody loves the Dorito. Everybody loves the Dorito. Dorito power, my beloved. Exactly. Exactly. Everybody loves the Dorito. Even when you say you don't love the Dorito, you love the Dorito. GT the 4-rotor. That'd be a tough one to homologate, but I mean, if they could get the Bentley with a V8, nah, anything is possible. The sound of that, though, would be ridiculous. I'm not too sure the tires will last 5 laps. We will try. We will try. But this might be more than what this poor car can take. At least these poor tires. We may have to do a 5-stint run. I'm not sure. Tires are still for the most part holding up, right? We might be able to do a 5-lap stints. Yeah, 5-lap stints probably are about the way to go. See, this will be a lot quicker than the Seattle race. Alright, Russell blow up. Make sure you take care of the all that stuff as well. But best of luck in the racing with this weekend as well. Oh yeah, that front lap is dying. That front left is dying. 30, yeah, okay. We're getting major tire fall off. That's alright. That is a-okay. Yeah, the Mitsubishi Evos are pitting, so yeah, they're not lasting that long. I gotta use the throttle to get around the corners. After this championship, it basically we only have 2 championships to go. And one of them will be in the prototypes, the other one will be in open wheel cars. And it is going to be a blast. I'm hoping we get a different prototype than the 787B in this championship here. That way we can get something that's a little bit unique to finish it off. As well as 787B has served us well. I want something a little special. A little bit more special for the final non-open wheel championship, and then we can use that 90s Williams for the final series. That would be really cool. He's fitting in as well. And out of the pits. Let's roll. Let's move. Yeah, the SV2 Cobra is pitting. Yeah, okay, this thing definitely. You lose a lot of time in the pits here. Lose a lot of time when your tires get worn too, because this is a very, very tire focused track. Going under the Dunlop Bridge. I always like the Dunlop Bridges. This is always super cool. Do you know that Watkins Glen used to have a Dunlop Bridge, but they removed it due to safety reasons? Bit of a shame. That was always super cool to see. And some of like the old footage and old photographs of races there. Alright, we're most of the way there. I think honestly, we will have enough time for one more race. Watch it be at Social Stage Route 11. I mean, it's a 1 in 4 chance that it's going to be on a short track. And a 3 in 4 chance it's going to be on one of the longer ones. But Tokyo, I believe, being the shortest of the bunch in terms of lap time. You got Special Stage Route 11. And then you also have Grand Valley, and both of those are absolute behemoths of a track. So we will see. We will see. Again, it's probably gonna be about 30 minutes so we'll be around 10:40 and we're complete. And then we've got time for one more race. So either way, we're going past 11. That's okay. That's more than okay. That's fine. We can handle it. We can do it. And then tomorrow we finish up the final 3 races in the Polyphony Digital Cup, and we can make our start in the GT All Stars. So that is going to be fun. Oh gosh, our car, it looks like it is matte, just with how dirty it is. It just looks like it's a matte color. No shine whatsoever after all the hard miles we've driven on it. It doesn't have that deep, illustrious blue like it started with. But don't worry, it's just a single car wash and it'll be fully polished and back to like showroom looking. Alright, our tires are less worn this time around, as we're approaching 3 laps of completion. This turn here absolutely munches them though. You see it just gradually get a darker shade of orange from the yellow. Just from that one corner alone, it just loves to just eat at them. The other corners aren't too bad, but that high speed right-hander, it just chews through the front left. Six, 7, 8, 9, 30. Alright, not a bad time at all. Alright, 2 more laps until the midway point and until we pit again. We got this high performance race bred GT engine in the rear with a dry sump oil pump, individual throttle bodies, a custom stainless steel exhaust, and special electronics tuning as well, just to really, you know, give it that roof treatment. Never turbocharged though, always kept naturally aspirated for that throttle response. Designed to be the ultimate track toy. They did a good job with it. It's crazy, you know, less than 30 of these cars are made. It is crazy just how rare these beasts are. At least the roof versions. Alright, one more lap. We got one more lap. There we go. Oh, alright, they're coming out of the pits. There's a car leaving the pits, watch out. Come on. Come on. We got this. Yeah, the front left is absolutely dying. Still we carry on. Still we carry on. Yoom, into the pits, into the pits. Oh boy. Yeah, it'll be around 10:45 when we finish this. We can do that. We can do it, chat. And away we go. back out into the road. Yo, beautiful stuff. Yeah, all the other cars are pitting as well. So here, just in the salt mines. Hopefully you get some of that delicious sodium chloride. It says salt, dude. But yeah, hopefully you mine the best salts. May it be tasty, may you add it to your foods. May be great at preserving the meat. May be great at preserving. Exactly. All of the salt. The saltiest of the salt. The salt ain't for naught. What am I even saying? Not an issue here. Not an issue at all. Let's do this. Give me your suck. Give me your slipstream. Good stuff, good stuff. I got one more pit stop, 2 more stints. And we should have time for one more race. Hopefully it's a deep forest. I think it's a deep forest. Because then it leaves the 3 longest tracks for the grand finale. It's not deep forest, I hope it's Tokyo. Either way, we're getting some good lap times in. And we may actually catch that Nissan Z. Like, I think we may actually end up lapping the Z for the first time in Polyphony Digital Cup race. We might be on track to do it. Because we are rapidly catching them, right? And if we gain a full, like, minute on them before the end of lap 15. And that's probably indicative of the fact that we can probably get them. Right now it's at 56.4. So we will see. It's going to be close. Just got to absolutely push it. 57.8. All right. Oh, that Mustang's not having a good time. I'm expecting that Mustang to pit this lap. Its tires have got to be cooked. Is it gonna pit? No, it's not. It's staying out. Bad move, dude. Bad choice. But hey, that is your choice to make. Alright, we got a dead front left, but we can keep pushing. We can use the brakes. Get the car rotated into the corners and throttle out. We can still run a pretty quick lap time. Yeah, we're over a minute. I know both the Z and myself have an entire pit stop left to do. So this will be a good one. This will be a good one. Alright, we're pitting this lap. We're coming in. There we go. Alright. Come on, let's make it a quick pit stop. Quick pit stop, quick pit stop. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I know the Z is probably going to be pitting soon. We got probably the best exit out of there as well by rev matching it. So I really want to see. There it is. There's the Z pitting in. Perfect. So we don't lose any time at all then. We don't lose any time at all. Because it's pitting on pretty much the same laps we are. 106. Hey, that's even quicker. That is good, that is good. Oh, I was hoping to get a suck from that Mustang coming up the straights. I was hoping. Didn't happen though. Alright, 35 flat. That's not a bad post pit stop time. 108. Yeah, we are absolutely putting a distance on between us and the Z. This is just our track. It's just this track I know the best. 110. Like every sector, it's like another 2 seconds. At 11.3. Okay, so that one was a little bit less time. But that was also probably the shortest of the sectors. Among the shortest of the sectors, anyway. 112. Okay, we can do this, chat. Can we lap the Z? It's coming on turn 1 now, as we're on the main straights. Oh, 128. All right, we are pushing. We are flying. Hi there, Skyline. Hi there. We should be alright. We should be fine. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, still not a bad time. Not as quick as I wanted it to be, though. At 128, absolutely. It was rapid. But I think we definitely hurt our tires just a little bit. We got basically 2 laps to catch that Z. That's gonna make it very challenging. But I'm gonna keep pushing. 122. Oh, we didn't gain a whole lot of time there. That's probably where we lost the most time. Still at 122. Oh no, that's gonna do it. That did it there. 123. Yeah. We're not within striking range. We're not getting 7 seconds a lap. And our front left is absolutely dead. We chewed up getting that at 128, which, well, very impressive. Definitely hurt us. Unless the Z has a major moment. It's over, chat. Oh, we were so close, too. I was hoping we would catch it. Wasn't meant to be, though. Wasn't meant to be. And they're gonna gain a whole lot of time out of this corner. So we just understeered into the peak gravel and that killed our momentum out. Maybe like a 124. Okay, 125. Still. Ah, you could see it heading over the crest of the hill. Ah, Sag. Sag. Alright, next session, next session. Hey, Deep Forest. Okay, it is a short track. This is the final race of the night. Let's do this. That means we got 3 long ones tomorrow. Oh, that's gonna be fun. That is gonna be absolutely fun. Let's do it, chat. It's also the last of this, at least in this series, in this championship. This is the last of the kind of traditional style racing circuits. Yeah, the SVT Cobra. It's been one of the people we've been racing against in this championship for a little while now. Got good speed, but it kills its tires. But it's such a cool vehicle. Absolutely based for Gran Turismo adding it. Come on. We got this, chat. Not bad, not bad. Big push. Alright, first lap. Not bad at all. That's good. This is even quicker than Apricot Hill. This is even quicker than Apricot. So we could probably get this one done in under 30 minutes. Probably. Emphasis on probably. We're not getting quite as much wear on one specific tire as well, so this may actually benefit us. That Z, it's got the perfect blend of pace and just tire conservation ability. It makes it stand head and shoulders above the rest of the field. Except for us, of course, but, you know, for the rest of the field, it is very, very rapid. Alright, a 121, that is very quick laps. 8 seconds ahead. So let's see, if this is, each lap is around like 81 seconds. We need to consistently gain up. We need to be at least 20 seconds ahead by our first pit stop. At least 40 seconds ahead by the end of lap 10. Probably a little bit more than that, just to have a little bit of leeway. We are starting out with the full intention of lapping that Z. Already 11 seconds behind. if we put it at 12 seconds, that'll be the perfect amount. Get another quick lap time. 121. Not bad at all. 13 seconds out. I'll take that. Although it is now beginning to pull ahead from the rest of the field, so it'll have less people clamoring for position with it. So it is now getting into the clear air. Come on. One more lap before we pit. Tires holding in there. Tires holding in. Ooh, okay, that's the second drop off. Okay, yeah. That's not good. That's not good at all. That is a big time loss there. 17 seconds. Alright, if we can gain 3 seconds here, we'll be okay, I think. Probably. Maybe probably. Probably, kinda. Oh yeah, we lost a little bit of time there. Alright, that puts us a bit on the back foot, so we gotta really push then. The infield section should help us gain a lot of time. Alright, 17 seconds again. Oh, that's not gonna be enough. Alright. We will see. Alright, we're pitting. I'm gonna make sure we rev match it. Yeah, all the Evos are pitting. Alright, so we need to be 40 seconds ahead by the end of the next pit stop. Basically. That's a lot of time to gain. But still, we're up to the task. We can do it. So I know that Z is gonna be pitting soon. Z's gotta be pitting this lap. It is falling off massively. Yeah, that was slow. That was slow out of there. Z is pitting. Alright, time to build up as much of a lead as we can. Absolutely use every last bit of track. man, I gotta sit. Alright, take care, Push Up GT. Have a great night. Thanks for coming to the stream. Yeah, we'll see you in the next stream where we get to see exactly what we win. There's some good prizes up for grabs with the Polyphony Digital Cup. And hopefully we get something awesome. Okay, not a bad time, not a bad time. We're a little bit slower. That's alright. We're just making sure we don't have any issues with the tires. Alright, the Skyline's pitting. The Mustang's pitting. So 24 seconds back. So the Z's got to be even further back. But is it going to be enough? We need a minimum of 40 seconds. Welcome, Game Over Tips. Yeah, sorry, Jordan. So all good. You managed to make it through the final race of the night at Deep Forest Raceway Reverse in the dust conditions. Crappy savers, so I just got time. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Hopefully tomorrow's a better day. Right now, we have the goal of making sure we lap the Nissan Z. Yeah, Deep Forest, I love it. It's got a great flow to it. A lot of high-speed flow, or like rolling corners and everything. And in the reverse version of Gran Turismo 3, it's just the dusk version is a vibe, you know. It's gonna be worse, but oh. Well, hopefully you're able to withstand it. I see racing. Yeah, I know. It's great to be racing here. Although, that's not good there. That is not a good run through that corner. 30, 31, 32, 33. 37 seconds. Okay. So we may actually be able to do this. That Z is 37 seconds behind. So if we can consistently get good laps and everything. Granted, we did have 2 bouts of understeer in the high-speed right-handers. And it's going to be even worse this lap. Yeah, another 37. Yeah. But this does mean that we are beginning to get back on track. Because we got one more lap till we pit. Be the midway point of the race. And as long as the Z is over 40 seconds, there is a high chance that we will end up lapping it. Alright, I want to extend the road as much as I can. Okay, 38 seconds there. Front left is dead, front left is dead. But we can carry on. "39 seconds, okay. That's a good sign. We still gotta absolutely push though. The car is doing us well. The car is doing us very well. 40 seconds, there we go. And we're gaining even more here. So we got a shot. Not the biggest shot, but we are at least on track. Alright, pit stop, pit stop, pit stop. Rev match. Already made the track for 7, but it feels hard. Yeah, they got rid of some of the forests. Like, I wish they still had a little bit more, like, overgrowth and everything. I don't fully mind the hairpin. I kind of still prefer the older version. It might be blind nostalgia talking, but I kind of still prefer the older version just a little bit. I don't know, it feels like it flows better, especially for like older vehicles. 25 seconds again, that's alright. We can build that back up. Yeah, same with the new one. It does look really good, especially the river going down the back straight, seeing it to the left as if you're in the regular version. Genuinely looks really good. And I will say the enduro here for the human comedy is genuinely really fun too. Welcome to Hunter Iggy. This car is not Pontiac. I don't think Pontiac is in Gran Turismo 3. This is the Ruf GT. Just, I wish there were more trees up the tunnel, you know. Yeah, seeing like the sky kind of like filter in almost, like, you know, like the beams of light almost. Like, you know how trees sometimes do that? Like a little bit of like mist. That would have been such a cool like scene. But yeah, no, we are in the Ruf GT. We are in the Polyphony Digital Cup. Round 7 of 10. This is the final race of the night. God, a race would be crazy with that. I know. It would look so cool. Kind of curious to see how the power pack goes, that DLC. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully they add a lot more like the endurance races and everything like that. Actual events for a lot of like the vehicles that otherwise have been kind of neglected. I'm gonna be waiting. I'm not gonna be buying it day one, of course, but hopefully it's pretty good. Cause that could be them testing, you know, features and everything for then Gran Turismo 8. Cause they have so much cars. They have a lot of tracks as well. I would love for them to genuinely like focus on like meaningful single player content by a considerable margin. Adding all kinds of like different types of races and everything for like different regulations. Instead of just American Club Cup 700 pp everywhere. Like having actual like, you know, like one make style races or like that type of stuff. That would be cool. It's like they have like most of like the base bone down. Like the physics are great. Graphics are godly. The sound is amazing. You get such a wide variety of vehicles that sometimes you even forget how like half of them are even in the game. It'd be cool to get more like races and everything for like specific vehicle types and makes, models, countries, and everything. But like using the vehicles that are already in Gran Turismo. Little tippy tap on the wall. That's not bad. Alright, we needed to at least be like a minute behind. It's close. Alright, well there goes the Evo. Thank you for helping us make the turn, buddy. little bit over. Or not quite a minute, but it's close. It's close. Oh, not exactly the best line into that corner. That is alright. One more lap. And then we pit. Honestly, not that bad of a fall off either. Not that bad in terms of time fall off. Lucky sets of races. Yeah. Just getting longer races as well would be super awesome. Just said maybe appreciate this race with this tire win. Yes. Tire wear, fuel consumption. And it's not like obnoxiously accelerated as well, where it's like 10 times tire wear for like a 20-minute race. Like, really? Like, make it more like real time and just make the races longer, please. That way, then you don't have to run like the weather or the time system at an accelerated rate as well. So you don't have the track, you know, completely dry one lap and then completely flooded the very next. With like no chance to like actually like, you know, make a strategy. Being able to see rain on a distance, but like it won't be there for like 30 minutes. You know, through the slick tire, like the super grippy tires will last, you know, 30 minutes. The hard tires will last you like 50, but you can go the quick tires and then swap for wets. Like, that would have been cool, because right now the strategy is basically use the hardest tires and use the lowest fuel map and just wait out everyone else in terms of like pit strategy. And it's kind of silly. Like that is literally how you beat pretty much all of the races in the game, with tire and fuel, like with a significant amount of tire and fuel consumption. And it's silly. I think it's silly anyway. Like that shouldn't be the strategy for like every single race, but it is. Alright, minute and 5. Yeah, I know. That Z's got to be pitting soon though. Past the Evo. Can't process the fact that I finished enthusiast. I know, that was, oh my gosh. I never would have thought that we would have done it, but we did. Every single vehicle in the game we have driven and gotten to level 10. That is crazy. And it was basically three years. Kind of like on and off playing that game to do that. That is cool though. Like being able to say you got not only just every single car in Enthusiast, but then drove every single car and got it to level 10. That is always just super cool. Alright, the Z's gotta be pitting soon. The Z has got to be pitting soon. Come on, give me this suck. Perfect. Down the main straight. There we go. Past the skyline. Past the skyline. Polaris Chan is racing in Gran Turismo. 57. It's still not pitting? Wait, no, I misread that. It's not at the pits yet. It will be pitting this lap. Wait, it's still not pitting. What? No way. I just want to be pitting soon. Alright, well, we gotta push. Either way, we gotta push. New fastest lap is all that the draft from the Mustang and the Skyline help pull us along. We got 2 more laps. That Z's gotta pit soon. I know it's on dead tires. Yeah, I can make it with no problems. Basically a 3-stopper, 4-stint strategy. And then we're streaming this game again tomorrow. And we got the 3 longest tracks in the game as the finales. Those might genuinely take the entire stream. Now that I think about it, that's all right. The order mode is not intuitive at all. You just know if you have a lap left or half a lap. Oh, with that, it's just it's basically just, you know, it's a degraded engine performance. Z's pitting. Z is pitting. Like, normally the Ruf probably has around like 400-ish horsepower, but it's probably got around like 370 now. Oh my gosh, we're lapping him! Get dunked on, nerd! Z was just a concept back then. I know. And nowadays it's its old hat. That's crazy. I mean, the 3rd gen Viper as well was just a concept as well. The Evo, like, 6, I think, was, like, the brand new Evo. You could still buy the Cabin Camaro concept in the 06 or something. Yeah. Need for Speed Carbon. Crazy, we had so many of that Camaro. I know. Going to Gran Turismo 4 and seeing the same generation of Camaro but a brand new Mustang GT. It hurt my soul. It hurt my soul. And it looks like we're going to be waiting even longer for another Camaro. Sad. Sad. When is the Toyota Pod coming out? Yeah. And the Cadillac Sienne. Oh, gosh. But I'm going to be ending the stream here. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Let me know doing well in the comments down below. If you didn't like the stream, please let me know down below so I can fix that in the future. With that being said, I've been Isaac Umbras, and wherever you're in the world, whatever that it is for you, may it be a great time. I'll see you all in the next stream. Till then, take care, everybody. Bye-bye!